Recently, one of my new Christian friends started writing in a Bible. My friend really likes pink, so I bought the packaging in pink as well. Inside, this is some of the things that I've bought her. I'm going to show you these things, and while I'm showing you these things, I'm going to speak about my heart behind this and the things that I'm struggling with as well. My friend is what she will label a baby Christian, and she's really shown so much growth in her walk with the Lord. And in the past 2 years that I've known her, I've just seen so much growth in her, and the hunger that she has for the Lord is really inspiring. And I thought last week that I would do this for her just to inspire her and also to encourage and to motivate her in her Bible journaling and Bible note taking and personal Bible study of God's Word. But as I was shopping, I somehow just experienced a little bit of imposter syndrome. There was just this voice in my head that was telling me that I was overstepping my bounds. I was being too pushy, like I was trying to push my agenda onto my friend, even though I have seen the sticky notes and I have seen the notes and the sermon journal that she's been using. There's just been this voice in my head that is telling me, Tracy, you are pushing your own agenda onto your friend. Your friend is not going to appreciate it. She is going to think that you are weird, that you're doing this not out of love, you're doing this for your own glory. I really was feeling so bad and maybe so hurt and so confused by the way I was feeling and the way I was thinking. And I felt like that for a few days. And then I spoke to my husband about it one evening, and he was just encouraging me, saying, look, you know your friends, you know her personality. Think about it like this. What if she sees the fact that you've done this thing for her and that encourages her in her faith? And he was just telling me, like, remember when you were a baby Christian, when you started Bible journaling and Bible study, you felt like you needed somebody who could be there to mentor you, somebody who could guide you. He was just encouraging me, telling me, you are that person now, the person that you were really longing to be, the person that you really longed for when you were a new Christian, a baby Christian. Be that person for your friend. His conversation with me really did encourage me, and it made me realize that the Christian walk can be lonely, but God has placed other Christians, more mature Christians, into our lives so that we can grow together, so that we can help one another, and so that the Christian journey can be less alone than what it normally would be. And so I'm very grateful that my husband spoke to me. And I'm going to be adding this week, I'll be adding some personal touches to the box. So it's not just going to be a lot of stationery supplies. Honestly, I felt like I went overboard in the amount of things that I bought. Maybe I'm thinking she may be uncomfortable because of the money that was spent, but when you bless somebody, when God really touches your heart to bless somebody, can you really stop that feeling that God has placed in your heart and in your mind to want to bless someone? And yes, my friend works like I work, and she is by the means to buy these things herself. That was one of the things that I was also worried about. What if my friend thinks like I'm thinking she can't afford these things? And my husband was like, she can go into a Daiso at any time, but maybe she's been at a Daiso and she doesn't know that these are the things that she can be using in her Bible. And so he's saying, just be the one that guides your friend through this journey. Um, and just allow the Lord to use you and just be encouraged by your relationship and by your friendship with her. Do this thing for her because this is something that God has placed in your heart. So be obedient to God's leading. I realized that there was spiritual warfare. I don't know if any of you have any experience with wanting to do a good thing for somebody, and then the enemy comes and he starts spewing lies, starts telling you that what you are doing is stepping over bounds, that you are doing more than what somebody is expecting, that you would be making that person feel uncomfortable. Yes, there is a possibility that my friend does feel uncomfortable, but at the same time, Can I really just ignore the prompting of the Spirit and the guidance of the Lord? The Lord has given me a unique position within my church so that I'm not just these young ladies' friend, but I'm also a leader in our church. I'm their small group leader. I'm a worship leader. I'm one of the Bible study teachers. So God has given me a unique standing point in the lives of these young ladies. I just feel like not only is the enemy then hindering my obedience to the Lord, but also my friend's growth as a Christian and her walk with the Lord as she starts taking notes in her Bible and writing her sermon notes in a journal. So I just wanted to do the small thing for her. And I just want to ask that you please pray for my friend, that the Lord would touch her heart, that she would receive the gift well, and that she would be encouraged by her in her faith. And I also wanted to encourage you. If there's anyone that the Lord has laid on your heart to do a good deed for them, it doesn't need to cost money. A good deed could be going to go and clean up somebody's home, going to visit somebody in the hospital, or praying for someone. There's so many ways that we can be blessing God's children. I just want to encourage you to not allow the voice of the enemy to hold you back from not just blessing somebody else, but to be obedient to the leading of the Lord. And in doing the things that God has laid on your heart, God will bless not just the person, but God will bless you too as you walk in obedience and as you walk in faith. If you have any experience in dealing with spiritual warfare of this nature, could you share your testimony in the comments? Even though my husband spoke to me, I'm still back and forth, battling in my mind and in my heart, wondering, is the motivation of my heart correct? Is the posture in my heart correct? Am I doing the right thing? Am I going to cause offense? Is this gift going to be given and received in love and understanding? And so, if you do have any experience in this, if you have a testimony to share, if you have any encouragement, and even if you have a prayer that you can share, not just with me, but with our community, then can I please ask that you do that? As I continue to prepare and personalize this gift even more, won't you please join me in praying for my friend, for me, and for one another? If any of you watching are struggling and you're having the same spiritual battle as I am, let us know in the comments. It will truly be my honor to pray for you. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye, my friends.